Okay, hi everyone. It's your late Billionaire Realtor here. I'm Gimo from Gem Having Realty Limited. Hope we had a beautiful day. Hope our day went well. Hope the fall and the light crisis is not hitting us already. It is well with our land. It is well with us. We are strong, and so we're going to do so, obviously. Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be watching me from. Okay, so this is Real Estate Matters with the Lady Billionaire Realtor, Misconception from Gem Having Realty Limited. Okay, so Instagram is trying to alert my followers. Okay, thank you for joining. I appreciate. You're welcome. Yeah, welcome. Okay, so this is Real Estate Matters with the Lady Billionaire Realtor, and where we talk about matters about real estate, basically knowledge, things that surround real estate that we need to know, the do's and don'ts, and opportunities in the real estate market, and at times we bring out. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I can see you all thumbs up. Okay, and so we bring out, if you have, for instance, sales opportunities in the real estate market, basically everything that has to do with real estate, especially in the Lagos real estate market. Okay, that's what Real Estate Matters is about, so that when you want to buy, you have an informed, you'll be able to make an informed decision based on the knowledge that we are passing from this platform. Okay, and so last week we started on a topic, misconception about investing in land. A lot of people have, certain impression about investing in land, and so we are trying to demystify those misconception that they have. And so last week, because I said I would not be spending more than 20 minutes on my live section, and so I had to break it into two. And so though the time has started counting, so I'll just go right away, because I discovered that most times when people join live videos, even me, I do it at times. I join live videos, and the next thing I just want to see what they're talking about, listen for a while, then I go out. So I noticed same, so I decided that I'm not going to be spending too much time. If I have a broader topic, I just have to, break it into two. And so that's what we did. So we are taking the part 2 today, misconception about investing in land. And so last week we looked at several points. We looked at, people have that, misconception that it is only the rich that can buy land, and that's not so. Everybody can buy land, and we talked about that last week. So if you missed out on it, you can check my post. It was posted on my Instagram. Okay, the full video was posted on my Instagram. And so investing in land is not exclusively for the rich. Then we also looked at another point. People always say if you buy land, you have to build. We try to explain that if you buy land, you don't have to be the one to build it. You can decide to keep it and resell it later in the future. You can decide to go on a JV with a developer, and you can decide to get professionals to handle the project for you. We gave several examples, and so if you buy land, you don't have to build if you are scared of all the stress that comes with building. Then we also looked at another point. People always say, don't buy land, you will be scammed. Everybody's a scammer. That's a popular line that we get to hear, even from clients, especially those in the diaspora. And so we try to explain that not everybody is a scammer. There are still people that you could trust. There are still people of integrity. And so what we advise is for you to look out for these people, do your due diligence. Even if you feel that you trust somebody, still go ahead to do your due diligence. Okay, so we also looked at another point. People always say, don't buy land in an underdeveloped area. Don't go there. Or like for instance, now we're selling the Lekki Ekpe areas, and a lot of people are still skeptical about investing in that area. That's not true, because the bush of today, the underdeveloped area of today, is usually the mega city of tomorrow. And so in order for us not to waste more time, we'll just go right away continue in our series. Okay, so people always say the land is swampy, everywhere on the island is water. That's another misconception a lot of people have, that oh, the place is swampy, Lekki is swampy, everywhere is water. I know some people who also have bought land in Lekki, and because of that, impression, that misconception that they have that everywhere in Lekki is swampy, they didn't buy it, even though they would have bought, when land was still much available or much affordable in this part of Lekki, the Lekki Phase 1 or Sapa, all those areas. People, had that impression that everywhere is swampy. Yes, we know that about majority of the earth is water. Even on the mainland, majority of the earth accounts for, I think, I can't really give that figure, but I'm going to get it later. But majority of the earth is water. So we cannot say, oh, because we know that the island, we have more swampy and marshy land, then you shouldn't invest on the island. Because in terms of return on investment, we have seen that the island market, appreciates faster. Why? One of the reasons why the island real estate is appreciating faster is because of the massive migration of people into this axis. Because we see that there's a whole lot of opportunities on the island, and that's why if you buy a property, even if it is marshy, even if there's everywhere is water before now. Around 2009, when I was working with one of my my former company, 2009, when I used to come to Lekki Phase 1, most of the project, because we were working with project managers and architects at that time, most of the sites that I go to, because I go to sites, we were into security doors, I go to most of the sites, you see water, practical water, but before you know it, that place has turned into something else. So let's move from that. That's misconception that everywhere on the island, there are some places that are dry, but majority of the land on the Lekki axis is usually marshy. Okay, that's how the topography is, and there's nothing we can do about it. But even at the same, people are, okay, see Eco Atlantic, they had to reclaim water, and that's what they're selling. So that misconception, don't look at it, oh, because there's too much water, and no, I don't want to go to the island. The island is appreciating faster, and it will continue to appreciate over the years. Okay, another misconception people have, people will say, buy land when you are ready. Buy land when you are ready. There is no better time. There is a saying that the best time to buy real estate is 5 years ago. The next best time is now. So it is not a matter of when you are ready, because there will never be a time that you'll be ready. It is the same for everything, all aspects of our life. For instance, you want to maybe take a course or something, and you say, okay, go for the course when you are ready. You end up not going for that course. Or okay, you have your goals for the year, and you said, okay, I'm going to read. I'm going to be reading a book every month. I'm going to read different books. At least I should cover a book every week. And you say, maybe when I think I still need some time to put my thoughts together. Before you know it, the year would have ended, and you won't even read any book. So it's same with buying land. Don't wait until you are ready. And good enough, we have a whole lot of land that are, most of the land that we sell now, you can pay in installments, and so that makes it very easy for you to start now. So that's that's misconception of buy land when you are ready. I think it's high time that we take action and put that aside. That's like procrastination in its way. Okay, so another misconception people have for not investing in land, people will say that land value takes too much time to appreciate. They say land value, you say, you have to wait till I don't have that time. I don't think I can wait for these lands to appreciate. But the good thing is, even because like I mentioned in my last week live session, The land that will be in production has already been produced. There's this saying that buy land, they are not making it anymore. Okay, so people feel that it takes a lot of time to begin to, recoup your money on land investment, but it is one of the best in real estate investment. And when you want to buy, for the purpose of, reselling later, look out for a growing city. Don't go and buy very expensive land. You can do that for a short-term investment. For instance, you have some spare money somewhere, and you just want to put it and recoup the money within 1 year. You can go for short-term land investment. We have some short-term land investment that they could be selling for maybe 35 million now. In the next 1 year, they could be selling for within 40 to 45 million. Okay, so you can look out for things like that. But if you want to really make it big in land, you'll be ready to wait. In fact, people okay, for instance, now we all know Lekki Phase 1. There are some empty lands there. When did they start selling land in Lekki Phase 1? You can imagine when. But those people are still waiting. They are still waiting for the price to go up further. Okay, for instance, in Banana Island, land is very, very expensive. I was talking to an MD, a developer in one of the banks. Their real estate sector. He's the MD of that. So he was telling us that to buy a land, small land inside Banana Island, you'll be talking in billions. So by the time you put that project there, so how much will you not sell it? So he was expressing his worry. So, but whoever owns land is king. He bought that land when nobody was looking at that land, and so he can sell it in billions. He will sell it in billions and make his money. If you are annoyed, go and buy your own. So the value of land, you gain it more when you wait. Like I always say, have a short-term and a long-term plan for your investment. For instance, money that you need to maybe to take care of things immediately, don't put it in land and say, for instance, you put it in land. Not all lands will generate that return immediately. Not all land will appreciate fast. There are some, there are some indices that helps the land to appreciate. Okay, so you have your short-term goals, you have your long-term goals. So the money that you need in the next 1 year, don't go and put it, in the land that is still trying to come up. Okay, that's why you need a Realtor to be able to give you advice on the best real estate investment that you can put your money now and recoup it within the next 6 months or within the next 3 years. There's even a lot of real estate programs, that you can even key into 6 months, 12 months, and the rest of it. And so that's misconception that people will say, don't buy land though, because the waiting period is always long. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the better for you. And some years, I think like 2 years ago, we were talking to one of our clients about investing in one of our landed property, and she was just lamenting, the land that I bought in Cow Creek, the land has not appreciated. I don't want to buy land again, I beg. The one I bought, do you know how much just at that time land was selling for I think 50-something million in Cow Creek. But now, that's like 2 years ago. How much is land in Cow Creek? We are talking about from I don't think you will see any land in Cow Creek for 150 million. It's on 200 million of course. And so there was demand in Cow Creek, and so we called that madam, this is your land that you have been complaining about. Do you want to sell it? She said they are not selling though. So when you wait, so that's misconception about don't buy land though, you take a lot of time. When you wait, you would gain it, you will be the biggest gainer. Those who wait in real estate, they earn it really big. Just like this client, you can imagine she doesn't even want to sell again. Okay, so that misconception is not true. Okay, so you look at your short-term goals and your long-term goals and put your money. If you're looking at a short-term goal, then you know that you have to look at one urban area whereby you can, if you want to put that land back in the market, you'll be able to put it back and recoup your money and get some profit. But if you go and buy land, okay, like I always say, some of my clients who bought land in eventually they say, yes, I want to sell. And I'm like, it is not time for you to sell because that area is still coming up. You have to wait. Eventually, I tell my clients, it is a land you buy for investment. It is not a land that you buy now and you want to cash out next year. Okay, so let's go further. Okay, so people always say only old people can buy land. Buying land is for old people. But that's not true. Buying land is not for old people. In fact, we have a whole lot of young people buying land now. Okay, so recently we just saw, I think just over the weekend, Davido posted on his Twitter, his father just gifted him a land in Banana Island. Is he old? His father just gifted him a land in Banana. Do you know how much they sell land in Banana Island? His father just gifted him a land in Banana Island. So owning land is not for old people. As a matter of fact, okay, when Okoya was celebrating his 80th birthday, when he celebrated his 80th birthday, he was being interviewed by channels, and they said, what's his advice? You know, his advice to the youth, he says, start early. He started buying land when he was young, in his 20s. This Okoya that owns Eleganza, that will see that he's one of the wealthy men in Nigeria. He started buying land in his early 20s. Because now, our youth, they don't think about buying land. Though a few of them, majority of them want to chill with the big boys. That's what is, they don't want to get an investment. Oh, and I should not be thinking about investing now. I'm still young. But you don't know that when you start as a young person, you start investing now. You can imagine by the time you are 40, you already have a whole lot of investment and you don't have to worry about your future. You don't have to worry about your old age. See, when you are older, you are going to start buying land. Recently, I think during the week, one of my clients, you know, is elderly. I think I mentioned it in my last video. He's a son. He chatted me. He's looking at investing, you know, putting his money somewhere. He has this money spare, you know, money somewhere, and he's looking at something that he will put that money that will be bringing in regular return because he's almost retiring. Doesn't want to find himself in a place whereby he will have to be waiting for the children to send money to him. Though he has a whole lot of investments because he's in a I have them as a group. They are old boys. They all went to the same secondary school, okay, and so they started investing very early. Even with all the investment that he has, he's still worried that Mercy, please, can I get your professional advice? I have this amount of money. Please, where can I put this money that will be giving me regular income? This somebody that he has, you know, he has worked, a son, he's doing well. But he's still looking at, I don't want to be depending on anybody. So if you are young, you have not started your real estate investment journey, my dear, I don't know. Because what you do now will tell tomorrow. So buying land is not for old people alone. Start now. Okoya started very early. And he said that's one of his secrets. He started investing in land. Eleganza has a large hectares of land just after Pan Atlantic University. If you're going to Epe, massive. He said he bought that land even when the government there had not been any proposed refinery, even there had not been any proposed international airport. That's when he bought that. So you can imagine how much he bought that land. Okay, so buying land is not for old people. Young people, please, let us start now. You are making money. Your salary is 100,000. You can buy land. It's just discipline and determination. Let's change our mindsets. Okay, buying land is not for only old people. It is for, in fact, the young people should start now. Let's key into Okoya's testimony and start buying land now. Okay. Another point is the fear of the unknown. People don't buy land because they are scared of the unknown. They don't even know it all, but they are scared. Maybe I will not. I was talking to somebody. He's an elderly man too. I have a whole lot of them. They are my fathers. You know, they are well schooled. They are well read. They worked. They are investors. They've been investing since in the 80s. Before I even came into the picture. Okay. So he was not like, oh, mercy. We have been buying land since the 80s. So, you know, we have been investing since when most of the things we are buying now, we're buying for our children, you know, to create a leverage for them and all that. You know, somebody might not even be alive to even, you know, see when all this land begins to, you know, to appreciate. But it's good. We are doing it for our children. You know, but some people are just scared. They don't want to, no, I'd rather be looking at my money in the bank. I know somebody like that. He was working in an in the oil sector, was earning serious money. But this guy doesn't like investing in real estate. He will tell you, do you know how much I have in my account? I just like to be seeing my account balance. And do you know what? Do you know how much, you know, the Naira has been, inflation has been affecting the Naira. So that's his money. It's just losing value every day. Yeah, he's said, I have over hundreds of millions in my account. I'm satisfied by just looking at it. What I have in my account will take care of me, will take care of my children and my old age. I just want to be seeing the money. But the thing is, the money has been losing value. And there are so many real estate investment that this person would have keyed into, and because of the fear of the unknown, only seeing the negative part of it, you're sure that there's not going to be problem in this land. And that's how one person bought. Oh, I don't think it's a good idea. No, I think I should just be looking at my money. After all, I'm the one that wants my money. I say, yes, you are the one that wants your money. But the money has lost value. The money has lost serious value. And you know, the bad thing is, the guy eventually lost that job. And he had the opportunity to have bought a whole lot of real estate because he was making serious money. Okay, and so the fear of the unknown has, you know, hindered a lot of people from investing in land. Even some of our parents today, you see, my both parents are late, but they still bought, even though they would have bought more. My dad will always tell us, because my dad works with, you know, my dad was an engineer, and so he worked with a lot of expatriates, and so he was living the kind of, what is Oyibo kind of life? Just have my house, have my children, send them to a good school, that's okay. We don't need too much wealth and all that stuff. We don't need too much land. Why are we buying land? But later, you know, he was like, he would have been able to buy our streets. He would have been able to buy, you know, his friends bought in Ikeja GRA. He would have been able to buy in Victoria Island. You know, but because of the fear of the unknown, what are we doing with it? We don't need it now. You know, people concentrating on the negative part of it. A lot of people have lost opportunities to own land in premium areas. Recently, we had one of the trainings I went for, and a lady was almost sharing tears because at that time, when they were selling Banana Island and Lekki, she was working in Lekki Phase 1 at that time. That was when Lekki was just coming up, and you know, there were so many opportunities. She wanted the opportunity of buying land in Banana Island. She didn't buy. She had the opportunity of buying a mango. She didn't buy. You know, some people they will. I wish I don't buy. There's something you will tell me it's my money. She was practically crying. Like, who would have thought that this place would have been, you know, they will become the gold mine that they are today because of the fear of the unknown. I was discussing with one of the partners, the MD, and you know, when Abuja, you know, they just moved the capital to Abuja. So the mom was, you know, a federal government worker, and she was one of the first people that they transferred to Abuja. They were living in Ibadan, and she was doing everything that she can to transfer and send back to Lagos. You know, a lot of people, they were trying to walk it back. I have to come back to Lagos. I can't stay in Abuja. This place is, you know, I knew some people there because around that 2004, 2005, I used to go to Abuja then frequently. People wanted to come back to Lagos. What am I doing in Abuja? And so people were buying land in Gariki, who were buying land in Asokoro, who were buying land in Meitama. Those are the premium areas in Abuja. They didn't buy. They just wanted to go back to their homes. And he said the mom is still regretting it till tomorrow. Like, what am I doing now in Ibadan? So the fear of the unknown has hindered a whole lot of people from buying land. That's, you know, some of the misconceptions that people have for not investing in land. And so it is hard time we look beyond this misconception and begin to take decisive steps, begin to take actions towards investing in land, especially now that land is not in production anymore. Now we are selling land in Ekpe, we are selling land in Ibejuleki. Some people are still not buying. 2 years ago, we're still selling, I think 2018, we're still selling land for 1 million in Ibejuleki. The cheapest land we have in Ibejuleki now is 4 million. In Ekpe here, just Ekpe. Ekpe now, land is, we have 1,000 square meters for 42 million naira. 500 square meters for 17 million. We still have Lagoon Front that is 10 million, that is about to be, you know, to go up from the 1st of April. Still selling for Ekpe. We still have very cheap one in Ekpe, you know, for 1.2 million. People are still not buying. They are waiting. So when those places begin to boom, then they'll be like, and they were telling me to come and buy in Ekpe. They were telling me to come and buy in Ibejuleki. I didn't believe all these people. When you have the largest single train refinery in the world, Dangote invested there, then you should go to sleep. Go and invest and go to sleep. You have the Lekki deep sea port there. You have the proposed international airport there. You have a whole lot of companies that have moved to that axis. Then it's time for you to start buying land. If you are looking at short-term investment, we have land around the urban areas, the Lekki, Ajah. If you want Banana Island, we have. But most people don't have that fund to begin to commit to. You know, you can't say you are doing investment and go and be buying land in Banana Island. You know, you have to build skyscrapers for you to be able to, you know, recoup your money. That's why you see everybody that buys. We have houses in Banana Island, 5-bedroom duplex for 1.5 billion. That's because the amount they bought the land is over 1 billion. So you can't be looking at those areas. Now we have the Ekpe axis, we have the Ibejuleki axis, still affordable. We have in Ebramajesanya, we have land still affordable in this area. Ebramajesanya, Abijo, Awoyaya, all these areas. We even have on the mainland, for those of us who say, we don't want island though, we have on the mainland, just 3 minutes from Magodo. Begin to invest in land now. Now is the time. Do not wait. I'm sure that we've been able to, you know, clear your doubts and demystify all this misconception about investing in land. And so it's time for you to begin to start investing in land. Remember, we are your real estate plot. We put all the cards on the table. Integrity is our currency. We advise you on the best investment that will suit you. Either you're looking at a long-term or short-term investment. So contact us and start investing in land. Okay, so thank you all for joining me in this live section. I really appreciate it. I would like to appeal to us to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So I'm going to post this on my Instagram. Please kindly go to our YouTube channel, GM Harvey Realty Limited, and subscribe. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, Mercy Gimo, on YouTube. Follow us on all our social media platforms, and most importantly, contact us for your real estate deals. We have a lot of offers on the table for you. We'll have everything covered, so just give us a call. Thank you all once again, and please do have